After a 9 years relationship, I, 28M, found that my boyfriend, 29M, cheated on me with my sister, 19F. My family is on their side. Someone told me that I could post this here. I want to apologize for my grammar. I'm not very good with English. I know how to read it, but I'm very bad at writing and redacting. I grew up in a very traditional home, but since I started puberty I realized that I didn't like girls that much. It took me a lot, but when I was 17, I finally realized and accepted I am homosexual. My brother, 24M, but then he was 13, and my sister, 19F, but then she was 8, took it very well. Nothing changed between us. Maybe they still were too young, but they totally accepted me. My mother, after a lot of time and questioning a million times if I was sure, or if isn't just a phase, just told me to be careful. My father wasn't happy at all, still isn't. 2 years later I met the guy and totally fell in love with him. We started a relationship and I believed he was perfect. I loved him, and we started to live together since 3 years ago. Living together was a dream. We matched almost perfectly in almost everything. I loved him, cared for him, and he made me felt safe, loved and cared. But a couple months ago, I took my phone and headed to the bathroom. I took a lot of time there, and usually use my phone to play or watch videos. When I was already doing, I noticed I took the wrong phone. We have matching cases. I bugged them for our anniversary. I just opened YouTube and started watching videos. When I was done, the phone got a notification, a text from my sister. Unconsciently I open it, believing it must be something important to contact him. I wasn't ready for what I saw. It was a nude. I'm not proud of what I did. I never look into his phone before, but I started scrolling their conversation. I was in tears, furious. There was a lot of nudes, sexting, even a couple of says videos of the two of them. I felt so disgusted, sick and humiliated. He had been cheating for months, with my freaking sister. Those images are now burned inside my brain. I rushed into him, and told him about what I saw. He didn't realize until I throw him his phone with their conversation open. He tried to calm me down, saying it wasn't what I was thinking. I'm not proud of what I did next, but I jumped into him and started punching him, screaming about he slept with my sister. It was horrible. We broke up. But after that, things just got worse. I moved back to my parents' house, and first thing that happened when I arrived, was my sister slapping my face with all her strength for what happened. All my family knew about it, and, for some reason, almost everyone was on my sister's side. At first I got some support, telling me it was okay to felt hurt, but didn't lasted long until everyone started to be on my sister's side when, few days later, they started their relationship. My mom said I can't be mad at them, because you don't choose who you felt in love with, and that I should let go, forgive, and be happy for their happiness. Dad is in a I'm not okay about how it happened, but at least she is happy with a good guy mood. Almost everyone is just waiting for me to accept it, and be happy for them, like if this last 9 years never happened, like if they never hurted me in the worst way possible. My sister believes she didn't do anything wrong, that she has no fault about them falling in love, even posted on her Instagram a story with the text, "Don't let your boyfriend stop you to meet your true love." My, now, ex tried to apologize. He said he never mean to hurt me, but he couldn't avoid it. That he found he was bi. He even told me he still love me, and doesn't want to lose me, and even dared to suggest a polyamorous relationship. I almost punched him in the face again. The only one that had been on my side since everything started is my brother. He has been my best friend and biggest support these days. He is as mad as me with everything that happened. The first time he saw him after this happened, he punched my ex in the stomach as hard as he could. He says my ex is an horrible person, and also, a weird and disgusting creep, because, how he could do this with a girl he had known since she was an 11-year-old kid. Now, things just had been worst. I was forced to spend Christmas with the family, and both of them were there. Everyone just expected me to be happy and celebrate, and received a lot of death glares and bad comments about me, ruining the mood, and to get over it and stop being dramatic. My mom even told me that, if I can't at least be polite, I better leave, after I refused to take a family photo, with me next to them. I don't know what to do and how to handle this anymore. I'm still feeling hurted, bread-eyed, but everyone just keep telling me to ignore this last 9 years and get over it. I don't know what to do. How can I handle this? How can I accept it? How can I move on? Update. Last days have been crazy, but to make it short, I'm already out of that house and had cut all contact with my family, and my mother is turning crazy about that. After the post, and all your comments, that I appreciate a lot and I want to thank to every single one of you, I realized I was not in the wrong for feeling hurt and betrayed in so many levels, and decided to move as soon as possible. As I said before, I already have a place, but I can't move there yet, so, with a lot of help from some of my friends, and my brother's friends, I planned my way out. Those last days, I acted like a rock, trying to don't give them any emotion, thing that my mother took as a sign that I was finally getting over it. She even told me if now I realized how easier and happier is everyone's lives if I just stop being so dramatic. Every single word just made me realize how much I needed to get away from them. I waited until last Sunday, and when everyone went to the church, like the perfect happy family they pretend they are, I called my friends and moved all my stuff out of there. One of them offered to keep most of my stuff in his place, and I went to a nice hotel. Before leaving, I left a note in the table to my parents, basically saying how much they hurted me, not only by siding on my ex's side, also by allowing, and celebrating, their affair, and by making me feel like I had no rights to do or feel nothing. That I realized how they actually never accepted me and how they are so homophobic that they rather see me hurt and suffering than happy with another man. I ended it saying that I would be out of their lives, that I wouldn't contact them and I expected them to don't try to reach me, and to please, try to be good parents and take care of my sister, because I suspect he eventually will hurt her. That afternoon I slept and rest. As I blocked all of them in any way I could think, they were unable to even know where I was, but, from the things some friends and neighbors had told me, when they came back and realized what happened, Dad was furious, Mom had a meltdown and my sister cried about me doing all this drama just to hurt her. They tried everything to contact me, called some relatives to try to find me, to the point that Dad called my brother, demanding him answers, and even ordering him to tell me that I must go back home, stop this nonsense and apologize, or there will be consequences. He told my dad that he didn't knew anything, and told me everything shortly after. I'm moving to my new place this Friday. I used this last days to relax, to think, and to be in peace with everything and myself. I still hurted. It had been 9 years of my life, years I really believed I was with the one for me, and I'm sure I'm going to need more time to heal. I started therapy too, and it felt good talking about this and being told in person that is okay to feel this way and that I'm not the wrong one here. I had take some time to think about it, and I started to think about all the times my ex and my sister interacted, all the times they were alone, or he offered to be around her, trying to realize how it happened without me noticing it, and when it started. I know my ex is horrible. I'm sure now he groomed her, and that he only waited until she was legally an adult, because, as I recently found, their affair started a few months after her 18th birthday, and despite that, I still worried about him hurting her, manipulating her or doing something awful to her. Don't get me wrong, I'm still angry with both of them. I don't want to even see or be close to them, but she's still my little sister, and don't want her to suffer. I know it doesn't make sense, but I can't stop feeling this way. Anyways, I think I already wrote too much, just wanted to give an update to all the ones who asked for it. Again, thank you all for the support.